Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to the car, welcome back to Cornwall, welcome back to summer. And it is a British summer. It is completely overcast. It is about 17 degrees Celsius outside, 22 degrees Celsius in the house, and it feels hot. It's so hot today. I can tell you exactly what it feels like. Because of the humidity, because we live right next to the coast, it feels like, and if anyone's ever been camping in a tent, they'll know this feeling. You know, the first thing in the morning when you're in your sleeping bag and you're just like, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. And then the sun comes up and hits the tent and you're just like, I have to get out of the tent. That's what it feels like. It just feels so incredibly warm right now, even though it's only 17 degrees outside. It's crazy. But that's not what I wanted to talk about, nor did I want to point out the station that's just over there. Yeah, I keep pointing it out, but it's crazy. There used to be a line that went off in that direction towards Helston. There used to be more railways in the UK than there is now. Some dude called Beeching was just like, don't need those, let's not future-proof the country or anything, old chums. But that's not what I wanted to talk about either. What I wanted to talk about is the fact that 2 weeks ago I recorded an episode of Stranded Deep, and you might not even care what that is. This is a gaming channel, that's a video game, the episodes are half an hour long. I record them using OBS, I edit them in Premiere, I encode them in Adobe Media Encoder, and then they are uploaded to YouTube. There are four horsemen of the apocalypse in there when it comes to time. And time is super important because I don't have a lot of it. This is a hobbyist channel and I go to work. I go to work for a photographic company. I do image editing for most of the day, and then I come home and I'm just like, I better do something for YouTube right about now. So that's what I do. But wait, there's more, yes. There are a few ways of lowering the time it takes to actually make a video and get it up on the internet so you can bathe your eyeballs in videos that I make, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. The first thing is the time it takes to actually record a video. Now, when the channel first went live, YouTube said you can only make a quarter of an hour video, unless we know who you are, and then we'll up that time. And I was like, okay, so the first few videos are about quarter of an hour long. And people were just like, we want longer videos. So I went, okay. And we ended up at half an hour because that is a good median between me recording and editing and uploading and everything. That's fine, that's absolutely fine. The other thing is editing. Now, when it comes to editing, I've managed to get the editing time down through practice. Sometimes editing only takes a couple of minutes. Sometimes editing takes a lot longer than that. Surprisingly, one of the videos that we're currently doing, which is, what is it? Star Trek, Starfleet Academy, requires a whole ton of editing. It is editing intensive because there's an old game and I need to do a lot of audio work and add in music because there's no music over the menus or anything, and you know, make it more viewable than a game from 1997 would otherwise be. That's fine. That's just the cost of doing business. The only real places we can save time are the encoding and the uploading. Now, I can't save time uploading because I live in the countryside, as you can probably tell, and countryside internet is ass. It would probably be faster to upload videos to YouTube on dial-up. And I'm not even joking. It would be faster to take a carrier pigeon and just tie a micro hard drive to the leg and just have that upload, just fly to YouTube Central and upload there. I want to go past this person, but I don't think we've got the space. Can I try it? No, I don't think we can. I honestly don't think we can because they are trying to avoid the sides of the road. Oh well, this is how we live for a bit. This is how we live for a bit, and this is just another cost of doing business in the countryside. But it does mean you can at least see the countryside instead of just us whistling through at a little bit faster. We're only doing 15. So the last place to save time is actually the encoding. And encoding is something that has got longer over the years. Now it turns out that things like frame rate, because we went from 30 frames to 60 frames back when we were doing PlanetSide 2. And that was a change that I was a bit reticent to make. I wasn't sure how it would work out. Turns out motion smoothing is a huge thing. You get more frames, the motion is going to be a lot smoother, which is fine. I'm just going to scoot past. We've been here for a while, it's fine. And there we go. Yeah, so motion smoothing is definitely a thing that you get when you up the frame rate, but it does mean the encoder has twice as much work to do, which means the time it takes to encode a video becomes twice as long. And also the length of the videos, the files that you record, also have an effect on the encoder. The longer the MP4 that you record in Shadowplay or OBS, the harder the encoder actually has to work. So I went through a bunch of things to try and speed up the time, and actually ended up recording a video last weekend. It's on Tech and Sundry, and it explains exactly what I went through to get everything chopped up and sped up a little bit. So I'm saving, on average, about 30 minutes on a video now when it comes to encoding. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, does that mean you're going to do more videos? No, I'm not going to take the time that I'm saving and put it back into the channel. I can't do that. I'm trying to save electricity. That's the real upshot of this. Like, trying to get the electricity bill down, because it is ridiculous. Ridiculously expensive. It is just insane how much electricity costs these days. Yeah, from the cheapest fuel to the most expensive almost overnight. Crazy how that happens. But yeah, I managed to do that. That was a fun old time where I just spent ages re-encoding the same video over and over and over again, trying different methods and techniques to just get that time down, not by fractions, but by huge chunks. And yeah, I think I've come up with a solution, but I'll let that video explain it. I might even link it below. The other thing that I was thinking about this week, in fact, because we have over 1,000 subscribers, and because the channel is doing relatively well on watch time, the thing is, there is the monetization button on the back end of YouTube, and the monetization button is just there. It's just like, there's free money on the table, old bean. Why don't you put adverts on your videos? I don't want to. I don't want to upset people. I really don't want to upset people, because videos with adverts suck. I watched quite a few Simon Whistler videos, and yes, you've got the in-video promo, but then you've also got the post-roll and pre-roll and mid-roll ads, and I'm just like, I don't like this. And if I don't like it, viewers aren't going to like that either. So you only get adverts on videos where there's been some sort of copyright claim on the music, and typically that'll be because the music in a game has been copyright claimed, or it's something I added in. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not doing it manually myself. I have more respect for you than that. But wait, there's more. Is there more though? Yeah. If I don't want to do that, how do you make money from the channel? Well, there's donations, the coffee link, and thank you for everyone who uses that. I mean, it does get used for channel-related stuff. There's the website, there's hosting, there's all manner of stuff. There's hardware, like something breaks. I'm looking at getting a new monitor because I've got some marks on the monitor that are just coming in. It turns out the one that I have is actually got a flaw with it that appears over time. Didn't know that. It's a good one. It's an Asus Pro Art, but yeah, I might be looking at a new monitor before long. And that thing just helps, like the donations that you guys do does help with the running of the channel. But like further monetization, I was like, well, what about merchandise? Well, there are two problems with merchandise, one obvious and one not so obvious. The not so obvious one is customer support. Yeah, even if I went with something like Redbubble, which is print on demand, if someone's like, oh, this t-shirt doesn't fit, I'm going to contact you, the YouTuber. And I'm like, I don't have time to deal with customer support. That should be done with the print on demand place, but all right, I mean, these things happen. So that actually is kind of a worry. And the other thing is actually making stuff that people want. And I've seen a great example of stuff that people don't want. When we were in Sweden, one of the people, like we were staying with the family, and one of the people in the family was a kid, and they were watching Minecraft videos. And the Minecraft videos on YouTube are not aimed at children, because you have to declare that on the back end. But they're obviously aimed at children. The Minecraft videos have a full quarter of the screen dedicated to a camera, a picture-in-picture camera of the YouTuber. And I'm like, this is weird. A full quarter of the screen is taken up by the YouTuber, their full body and face. And I'm like, why? Oh, because halfway through the video, they stand up and they are wearing a full basketball outfit, shorts. It was a shorts t-shirt and I think some like a head scarf or something. It was like a full outfit. Made of very cheap nylon, printed nylon, kind of as cheap as you can get. And you're looking at something like $80 for just the t-shirt. And then the shorts, which are obviously basketball shorts because they're quite long. And I'm like, that's ugly. That's really bad. But of course they change it biannually or every quarter, so that you get the FOMO. And FOMO is fear of missing out. So that's like time locked. And they're advertising this to kids, although they're not advertising it to kids because you have to declare that on the back end of YouTube. It's egregious, it's bad, it's not very good, I don't like it. But that's how things work in YouTube land. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do something like, oh, we've got a limited run of t-shirts, buy them now, for two reasons. I don't think we have the viewer base to do FOMO, and secondly, I just don't like it. As much as I don't like adverts, I don't like predatory ways of trying to extract money from people. It's not good, it's dishonest. So if I actually make merchandise like a t-shirt or a mug or something like that, it's going to have to be stuff that I would want to wear. Which means, would you sell white t-shirts and black t-shirts? Probably not, because I don't ever wear white t-shirts. I don't think I've worn a white t-shirt since I was in primary school. Okay, what about black t-shirts? I don't think you've ever seen me wear a black t-shirt. I'm on the red, green, grey train. I like red t-shirts, I like grey t-shirts, I like green t-shirts, I like, you know, that kind of colour palette. And to slap the Overdrive Theatre logo on it would be interesting. I'm just wondering if we could do something with that, or if I would have to like redesign the whole thing in Photoshop. But yeah, it's just like, if I design something, it has to be something that you can wear not only in public, but also in the office. It's got to be something that is cool, but also not stupid, I guess. Yeah, an awful lot of work would have to go into something like that. So it's on the back burner. It's one of many things that are on the back burner. Weirdly, what's not on the back burner is the fact that even though the car got driven into a month ago now, and no, it hasn't been repaired. Apparently the repair place is still waiting on parts. The bumper and the tailgate are all dented and bumped in. Here's a top tip. If you're thinking of looking at your phone while driving, don't, because you might drive into the back of me, and that's upsetting. For me. That's upsetting for me. That guy was not looking at his feet. There's 100%. Oh, what was that? That was a bit of plastic. Yeah, that guy was not looking at his feet. And I can tell you that he wasn't looking at his feet because if I look down at my feet now, there is a massive steering wheel in the way. You can't see your feet. Not really. That's stupid. But, yeah, yeah, the other thing, what we did, merchandise, the car's not fixed. Damn, I went on a tangent and now I can't get back to the station. Oh yeah, more videos last week. We did 6 videos last week instead of the normal 5. And I'm just like, wait, I'm supposed to be slowing down. I'm supposed to be taking more time for myself. And yeah, you're getting more videos? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, I say. I would only be making the videos if I were actually getting some sort of enjoyment from it. Are you? Dude, I'm in a car talking to myself. I mean, let's be honest. I gave the car a clean and a polish before coming out because I wanted the car to be clean for you guys. It's just a matter of pride. And then I put on cologne. Well, I didn't. It's eau de toilette. Eau de toilette? Eau de toilette. Which, the difference between a toilette and a cologne is the toilette lasts for 4 hours and a cologne lasts for 8 hours. So there's a subtle smell of internal car soap, like upholstery polish and soap and stuff, and Acqua di Gio, because I just can't sit in front of a camera and smell like a butthole. It's the little things. It's the little things. Anyway, I'm just gonna finish this vlog off because we're just kind of bouncing around getting things wrapped up. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of What We Do in the Shadows, the TV series with Matt Berry. I mean, I like Matt Berry in a lot of things. He was in the IT Crowd, and he was in Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. In fact, I think Dark Place was the first place he was actually in, because they found him singing in a pub, and they were like, we're making a TV series, do you want to come along, Matt Berry? And he was like, yeah, sure. But he is a singer, like by profession, and an actor second, I guess. But What We Do in the Shadows, if you like vampires, if you like comedy, and if you like docudramas, weirdly docudramas, then definitely give What We Do in the Shadows a watch. It's one of the series that's actually made me laugh out loud, like involuntarily laugh. And I don't tend to do that. I like comedy, but I don't tend to physically laugh at stuff like, haha, that was funny. No, this one is actually really good, really good. Dark humor. And it's set in New York City, but it's filmed in Toronto. And all of the vampire actors are English, with all of the extras being, I guess, like there is definite Flight of the Conchords, because it's Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi that write and produce, I think direct it, which, yeah, it's just so good. Yeah, so if you're looking for a TV series as a comedy, I can wholly recommend it. Whoa, he just went through on a late amber. All right, shouldn't have done that. Toot toot. Somebody didn't see the light had gone green. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here because I need to get tomatoes. Tomatoes? Yes, I'm desperately short of tomatoes. So I'm gonna go get some tomatoes and thank everyone once again for watching. Liking, subscribing, and all that sort of stuff. If you want to do that, do it. If you don't want to do it, then I don't know, don't do it. I'm not your parent of choice. Wow, this is full. Tourist season. Tourist season? What is that? We live in a tourist area. It's just what happens this time of year. So, yeah, I've got to be a little bit careful. I'm just going to park in an area where there's less tourists and less dog walkers, because the dog walkers will just slam the dogs into your car, and the tourists will just eat the paint off of it. I don't know what it is about tourists. They're weird. Let's let this person go before we straighten up. Good. And yeah, so thank you everyone for being here. Thank everyone for being here. And I'll tell you what, I'll catch you next time. Perfect.